I want to be honest with our fans. So let's focus on the performance, not the results. So we'll see in the end. In the end, I said this many times, I will be judged about the place that we finish. I know that. But let's focus just on the next game and look at the performance. Sometimes we play, we had like in Thursday was a 3-2, but I think we deserve more. Today was a 4-0. I think Everton deserve more also. So let's focus on the performance. Congratulations to the lads. Let's rest, recover, and think about Arsenal.
Well, we'll get back to Ruben in just a quick second. But remember, if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I want to know what you think. Put your thoughts in the comments. Now, during this clip that you're going to see of Ruben Amorim's press conference after the demolition of Everton, I want you to think of these questions. First of all, what did you think of today's performance? And secondly, who impressed you the most and why? And please tell me, I want to hear what you think or read in the comments. And I'm going to tell you what my thoughts were on the performance and also on who I thought was the most impressive player on the pitch today. Anyway, here's Ruben.
He seems to be everything that you'll want in a player moving forward.
Yeah, he was really good. Again, he's in the great moment, but that moment starts with Ruth. So I just take advantage of Ruth's work with Amad. He was really good defending and really good attacking. So he has to continue to play like that. You could feel it in the end of the game. He was really tired. So you have also to manage that to increase his physical ability.
Rob.
You spoke in your first press conference about having to lift some of the players mentally because of what they've gone through at the start of the season. It's been quite a difficult start to Diallo Zirkzee's career here. Hasn't played probably as much as he'd hoped. Is that something that you've worked on with him? Obviously, he scored twice today. It's fantastic for him. But have you felt that you needed to lift his confidence a little bit since you've been here?
First thing, I need all the players to cope with all the games. So he's one of them, and I just try to help my players, put them in the good position for their characteristics. And I think today was really hard. It will be really hard for even for Rasmus to fight with the two central backs of Everton. So we try to push them to a position that they are not so comfortable, and Josh did a great job. Scored 2 goals is always important for the confidence, but more important than that is the performance, the way he fought in every situation. So it was a good day for him and for our team.
Gaz.
Ruben, congratulations on the results. 3 goals now that you've scored almost directly from kick-off. Is that something you work on in training or try and instill in the guys in the dressing room?
No, I'm just so really lucky. I'm really lucky. No, we just want to play well because it's better to start a game by scoring. But if you look at these 3 games, all the decisive moments was for us, and you have to acknowledge that. Today we start very well, but then we lose the control of the game. We were following the ball without any possession after the 15 minutes, but then we score in the set pieces play. So that was key point for us. And then near the half time we score again. Then in the first play again we score the 3rd goal. So we have to acknowledge that in the right moments in these 3 games we score goals. On Thursday I think we control very well the ball in the possession. Today we had some difficulties after the 15 minutes, and we had some possessions just to keep the ball, not to be so dangerous. But let's see, 3 games without training, they did a great job. So this victory more for from the players than the coach.
Neil.
Ruben, you said on Friday, Rashford needing to want it. Was that an example of him wanting it today?
Yeah, he can do so much. So he has to continue to improve. He has the ability to do it. He already proved that. But he can play so much better like the other guys. So was a good performance. Tomorrow he has to recover and starting thinking about Arsenal.
Jamie.
Hi Ruben. You're on 19 points now. You're sort of 4 or 5 points away from the top 4. Is at least challenging for a Champions League place. Is that a ridiculous thing to try and aim for? For the great Manchester United.
No, I understand that. It's hard for me if I said no. You will say that I cannot be a Manchester United player. But I want to be a player, no coach. I want to be honest with our fans. So let's focus on the performance, not the results. So we'll see in the end. In the end, I said this many times, I will be judged about the place that we finish. I know that. But let's focus just on the next game and look at the performance. Sometimes we play, we had like in Thursday was a 3-2, but I think we deserve more. Today was a 4-0. I think Everton deserve more also. So let's focus on the performance. Congratulations to the lads. Let's rest, recover, and think about Arsenal.
Last two, Mark and Pete.
Ruben, you just spoke there a bit about why you picked Joshua over Rasmus today. Is there going to be a point where you're going to have a first choice centre forward? And what does that look like in a Ruben Amorim system? Because the two players with very different skill sets. So what is it that you're looking for from that player?
We want always two players with sometimes with different characteristics for changing the game. But of course, in the future, we will have a structure or a base more clear in the team, and that is normally in every big teams. But we start this job now, and now we have a lot of games, and we are changing some details in training. The load is different. I'm not saying it's better or worse. It's different. The games, the way we play is different. Sometimes we have more pressure and we have to make bigger distance running. So we have to cope with that. We have a lot of players returning from injury. Kobe Mino was a little bit a risk because he's supposed to play just 60 minutes. News was clearly in difficulties. Luke Shaw wants to play really more. But we have to control, so we are in that moment. So we have to rotate the team, but in the future we will have a different system, or you can see more a starting 11 as you want. Yeah.
Hi Ruben. 2 more goals as a result of pressing defenders into mistakes today. How impressed are you that the players have taken this message on board already?
I think he has to be. All the teams has to have in this moment of pressing to understand what is the type of player in the opponent that has the ball, in which situation is the best time to press, and they are smart players. So we try to help them, but then are the players that have to run to understand the moment, be ready to sometimes get tired and suffer a little bit on the pitch. So I'm very happy with that.
Is this what you meant by the overthinking thing that you said before? So is it a matter of we need to press first? That's the first thing that comes into our mind. When the opposition's got the ball, we need to press them first.
We have to tell them sometimes when to start the pressure. For everybody has the same mentality, like the ball is going there, so this is the right moment to press. We tried that for every game, but like you can see that Everton after 15 minutes changed the position, and Gaia was putting near the line of the center backs, and it was difficult for us to cope with that because we don't have training and you cannot adapt like that. So we are trying, and the players are believing that in the right moments we can press and we can win the ball.
Well, I mean, today's game, it was absolutely fantastic. It was a completely different side. I mean, I can't believe this is the same squad that was playing under Ten Hag. I mean, where did they come from? I know it's a new manager bounce, and it is a new manager bounce, so I think we still need to sort of temper our expectations, because Ten Hag was pretty decent in his first season. That being said, Ten Hag didn't really have the same start as this, because he lost his first few games, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we were absolutely fantastic today. The team was well balanced, solid at the back. We dictated play in the middle, and we were just pressing them and attacking them. And there was some surprise standout performers in today's game. I mean, Bruno Fernandes is just... It's like Ruben Amorim has come to Manchester United with a big golden key and he's unlocked Bruno Fernandes. And he's going through each player and just using his golden key and unlocking each one. There you go, 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 there you go. Now go out and play. And they're playing. I mean, there was one instance there where Martinez had the ball and he just dinked it over the entire Everton defence or even team. And Diallo slotted in, and had it not been for just a bad first touch from Diallo, you know, I could have been... That would have been a goal, no problem. And Diallo, he's like a little Energizer bunny. He's just pressing everything. And I mean, I've criticised his tackling a little bit before, playing at wing back. But because obviously, you know, you need a wing back to defend, but it almost didn't matter today because he was tackling them on the front foot in their own half by their box and creating goals. And he was just so quick and oh man, he should have had a goal as well. And which brings me on to the player that I was most impressed by, and that was Joshua Zirkzee. Now, it was becoming more and more obvious that Zirkzee was going to become the new Manchester United meme alongside Anthony and Maguire and De Gea and all those guys, because he hadn't had the best start. But I always maintained there was something there because he just wasn't being played to his strengths. But when he had the ball on his feet today, and some of his passing and his link-up play was fantastic. I mean, he set up Diallo for an amazing opportunity. He just saw a gap between about 8 players, Everton players, and he just pinpoint precision. It reminded me a little bit of Ruud Gullit, to be perfectly honest. I know he actually looks like Ruud Gullit, but the way he played as well. I mean, I said this on a previous video. His best position is in one of those number 10 roles just behind the main striker. And I think he proved that today because he's very creative and he can finish, as evidenced by his 2 goals today. I was really impressed with his second goal. Again, he just placed his shot. He's very cool, calm and collected. I really like the guy. Yeah. I'd like to see him start against the Arsenal, to be perfectly honest. And Rashford played well today as well, overall. I mean, he had a couple of moments there where I thought, oh, come on, Marcus. But he scored 2 goals, 2 Premier League goals, so... Yeah. He's got a little bit of a way back with me as Marcus Rashford, because he has been rubbish for 18 months, but since Ruben Amorim has taken over, he's slowly started to do better and better and better. And, I mean, I want to see Marcus Rashford do well. I want to see him earn that 300 grand a week. I do. I want him to do well. I want him to be back in the England side. I want him scoring 30 goals. I want him to help that team climb that table and do well and win trophies and all that good stuff. But it begs the question, under Erik ten Hag, was Marcus Rashford played out of position? Was he stifled by the tactics? Was he putting the effort in or not? Is this just a new manager bounce situation with Marcus Rashford? Time will tell. Time will tell. But fair play to him. He did well today. 2 goals. His second goal was a good goal. God bless him. Fair enough. Solid at the back. Bruno dictating everything. 2 assists from Bruno Fernandes. I mean, personally, I think Bruno Fernandes is one of the best players in the world. He's so underrated. If he was playing for Manchester City or if he was playing for Real Madrid, He'd be nominated for a Ballon d'Or every single season. He's absolutely fantastic. People talk about Kevin De Bruyne, who is a good player, to be fair, but I mean, just look at the stats on the Premier League app, or on wherever you get your stats from. In the same period of time that Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne have been in the Premier League playing for their respective sides, Bruno Fernandes has scored more goals and assisted more goals, and he's been doing that in a weaker side than Kevin De Bruyne. So, I mean, stats don't lie. Bruno Fernandes is a captain that deserves more from Manchester United. We are lucky to have that guy. He's class. Kobbie Mainoo played well today. Casemiro played well. Everyone played well. Mazraoui has to be the bargain of the season so far. What, we got him for what? What was it, 12 million or some ridiculous price? And we paid 50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who I really like, to be fair, but Mazraoui's twice the player of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and we got him for a fraction of the cost. He's just so good on the ball. His passing is excellent. He's a good tackler. He's composed. He's a big lad as well. Wow, yeah, I really like that guy. De Ligt was solid. I mean, he reminds me a lot of Nemanja Vidic. I'm probably repeating myself here because I love Matthijs de Ligt and some of these players that we've got. And what I really like so far, now that I'm slowly starting to get away from my own cynicism, what I'm liking so far is Ruben Amorim seems to be playing the players overall in positions that suit them. I mean, Bruno Fernandes likes to run a game, so playing him where he's been playing him, just ideal. Just go on, mate. Just do your thing. That's it. Zirkzee is another example. Fine, brilliant. He's got Martinez in one of the three. I mean, he's got Mazraoui as one of the three centre backs, and he's doing really well there. Even just having Marcus Rashford up front, just stick him up front, mate. Just get up front, get in among it, and score a goal. That's it. It's not rocket science. Casemiro, he's doing really well. Having help in midfield, he's not getting overrun as much, and he seems to have a little bit more bite about him again. Casemiro has really started to get back to the old Casemiro. Something must have been weighing him down. But yeah, I mean, Ruben Amorim, he's keeping it simple, and he's making a lot of substitutions, and I think a big part of that is, obviously we do have a lot of games in the Premier League, and it is very physical, but I think I watched something a while ago, a couple of days ago even, where Ruben Amorim was talking about the players need to get their fitness levels up in the match itself. They need to give 100% for as long as they are on that pitch. So he's taking them off after 60 minutes because they're probably knackered, because they're doing a lot of running around, and that's what's good about this side. They're all putting the effort in, and that's all we ask for. Just put the effort in. But yeah, today was a little bit of a test. Because Everton are historically a tricky side to play against. They've taken points off us in the past, and it was interesting to see how Ruben Amorim would do in a tricky Premier League game. But we've got Arsenal in midweek. I fancy us against Arsenal. If we play like we did today against the Gooners, or Arsenal Fan TV is going to be hilarious to watch. Those lads, oh hey. We just need a little run of games. I mean, a run of games with that kind of form and that kind of momentum, we're in the top four easily. I mean, this squad is more than capable of getting in the top four. More than capable. A weaker squad actually finished. I can't remember what was Ten Hag's first season. He finished top four anyway. Did he get second finish or was it third? I think it was third. And that was a weaker side. So, I mean, it's been improved since then. So there's no reason why we can't finish top 4. So yeah, we just need a little run of games. I'd like to see Anthony in this team, and I'd like to see Anthony in this team in one of those number 10 positions. Because he seems to have saved Joshua Zirkzee. Perhaps Anthony was a victim of the Ten Hag system too. Anthony has had some personal issues as well, and he's been injured as well, so that's unfortunate. But I don't think Anthony is as bad as what people make out. Not at all. It just needs to be utilised correctly, and I can see him do quite well for Ruben Amorim. But time will tell. Time will tell. Ruben Amorim has done well so far. I will happily say that. I do still feel a little bit bad for Erik ten Hag because, he's built that team, and Ruben Amorim has walked into a squad that is perfectly balanced for his system. But he's making the most of it, so fair play to him. I'm looking forward to the Arsenal game. Let's see how we do against a much better team. I can see us pulling off an upset. We'll see. But what do you guys think? How did we do today? What are your answers to the questions I posed at the beginning? Who was the player that impressed you the most? And how do you think we will do against Arsenal in midweek? Please, I want to know what you think. I've talked enough. Thoughts in the comments.